course, I see on your social media that you guys also stop and do like a lot of brews on the way and all that. Like, is that something like, is that when you guys take your breaks, or do you guys just, as you're cycling, you just sit there and go, oh, fuck, hey, look, here's a bar. Let's just stop and get a couple of drinks. Like, and has there ever been a time where you had a couple of drinks and you're just cycling, you're just kind of like, I'm not sure if I'm going to sweat this out quick enough. Like, I don't know if this is going to happen.
Oh, that's definitely happened. It's I mean, most of us are British, so yeah, we do just stop for a pint wherever we can. But yeah, that's it's mostly that, because we do like hitting the pub in the evenings, and then sometimes I get up in the morning and I get on the bike and I'm like, pretty sure I'm drunk cycling. I'm not sure if that's legal. Like, you just wake up so like wobbly.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
And with you doing a lot of the girl stuff and the solo stuff, how was there a challenge when you first started? You know, you do a lot of girl scenes, and when you do the solo stuff in OnlyFans, is it a challenge trying to, you know, let's say if you do a POV type scene, you know, how it would correspond to a guy? You know, when you're used to just doing girl scenes, is there any kind of challenge? Because honestly, me, I'm just kind of like, oh, look, there's boobs. Like, I'm just, you know, that's just the whole thing. So I wouldn't imagine it would be too hard, but were there any challenges that were presented with that when, you know, you first came in, or is it just kind of weird? Like, you're just kind of like, I don't want to do this. Screw that. I want to talk dirty to a female. Like,
I think for me, I've just kind of been doing it in stages. Like, I started doing solo and then started doing girl, and then the plan is to eventually move on to the higher levels. But it's much harder doing solo than it is to girl, because especially with the POV, it takes a while to be able to talk to a camera as if it's a person.
Yeah. Have you ever sat there and talked to a camera and you're just kind of like, I can't. Like, I'm looking at this camera. I can't.
Yeah, there are definitely moments, especially when they want you to do something very elaborate and you're trying in your head to come up with, like, how can I make this a one-sided conversation? Like, how can I create the scene without getting any feedback back? And it's like, you start just kind of looking a bit confused because you're trying to make it in your head. But
Yeah. So yeah, the thing is, I think that's a very good category that you're in, just because like you're solo, you're by yourself. Like, if I was solo by myself, I think it would be very weird, for me anyway, just because like when I'm a dude. I'm not saying that dudes probably don't have their own, like, you know, solo channel, but just like a dude just jerking off, it's just kind of like, it's kind of boring. Seems like, okay, at least a vagina, you know, it's like you could do things with it, and you're like, oh yeah, it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and like, I would be like, all right, I came. Thanks for coming, guys.
And we like to ask this question too. What are some of the weirdest experiences you've had in the industry? Whether it's a fan related experience or whether it's kind of experience where, let's say you're doing a video show and, you know, you just get this one fan that's just completely weird. Like, what's some of the weirdest stuff that you've seen since you've been around?
I don't know if I don't need to. I did have for a little while. Someone kept sending things to my house. That was a bit scary.
What were they?
Weird. But like, it was also like, I don't know if he was just trying to creep me out, because it was like, I don't know who this is.
Yeah.
Things just appeared to my house. It was like a bit weird. Thankfully, I don't live there anymore. I don't know if he's still sending the new residents some presents. But
Yeah. It shows up, but it has a note that just says "Love me." That's that. You're just kind of like, no, I've told you numerous times I can't love you. I can't.